somebody that I've invited who's going to show you something that's really, really, really cool. Gohan, his good friend, thank you very much for coming here.
My pleasure.
Show us something amazing.
Cool. So what I'd like to show you today is the Bing app. It's running on my phone right here. And for this demo, I'm just going to be a regular Bing user. I'm just going to use this app like a regular user would. And I've been thinking about redecorating a couple of rooms in my house. So I want to kind of change the look and feel a little bit. I want to kind of make them, freshen them up a little bit. And I've learned that one way in which I can do this is by changing the lighting in the room. But as a user, I don't know much about lighting, so I'm going to use the app to help me out here. So the app has 3 icons, 3 buttons in the middle. There's a camera button on the left, search by image. There's a text button in the middle. And I'm going to use the microphone button here on the right. And I'm just going to ask it about lighting in different rooms in the house. So the first query goes like this. Let's try it. What are the different types of lighting for the kitchen?
According to steelandhome.org, as far as general lighting in a kitchen, there are 3 main types: surface, recessed, and pendant fixtures.
Now, I'll call out 3 things that just happened.
This is amazing. What just happened? So, of course, you're going to explain it more deeply. But for the audience, very quickly, what just happened is this: your service recognized your speech. It figured out what you were trying to say. It went to find the information.
Yep.
It then presented back to you in 2 ways. One way is to say it back to you. So it has to do speech synthesis.
Yep.
And then the other way, it had to compose this page to present the information to you. And so look what just happened, okay? Speech in, what came out was visual and verbal. All right? Several different models all happened, not to mention the search algorithm behind it. All right, go.
That's exactly right. And so I just wanted to highlight exactly the components you said. But this card up here up top, we call it the intelligent answers. And that goes through the top documents that came back for that search query, reasons over them real time in response to the query, and it finds the best passage from all those documents, all those sentences that answers the question that was asked. And within that passage, it highlights in bold the specific phrase that we think is the answer. Right? So that worked for the kitchen. And as a user now, I want to learn about other rooms. Maybe I'm looking at a living room. So let me try asking about a living room instead. What are the different types of lighting for the living room?
According to thespruce.com, living rooms require 3 types of lighting: ambient, task, and accent.
And Guhan, I got to tell you, I just realized something as you asked. I'm missing one of those 3 lightings in my house. That's why my eye's going bad. Honey, our task lighting is in trouble. We have plenty of ambient light, and the accent light's working great.
Well, I actually have the opposite problem, so I'll find out more about accent lights in just a second. But the thing I wanted to highlight here is it's a very consistent experience. Again, for this query, there was speech in. The intelligent answers card gives me the answer, and the speech readout, the text-to-speech service, is reading out the speech. But the other thing that I wanted to call out is there's a little embedded image in the answer, and as a user, I'm visually drawn to that. I want to learn more about images. And I actually don't have accent lights in this room, so I'm going to learn more about accent lights. Show me images of accent lighting for the living room.
I pulled up some images for you.
So here, you see it has a whole bunch of images of living rooms with accent lights. But I like one of these. I'm going to pick the first one, and I can actually look at it in more detail. And up top there, there's a button that we call the visual search button. And when I click on it, not only can I see the whole image, but I can actually select different parts of the image and find some portions of the image that maybe are more interesting. So in this case,
wow, that's cool.
I'm just going to center in on maybe the lamp that I'm looking at. And not only as I do that, does it find images that are similar to the lamp I've selected, but now there's this shopping tab. And as a user, I can click on it, and I can buy lamps that happen to look similar to the area that I selected in this random picture from the internet.
That's pretty awesome. Okay.
And that is object detection that's also happening in real time. As I change the selection, this is running in real time. And to Jensen's earlier point, the latencies for these things are super critical. If this takes 3 seconds to refresh, no user's going to use it. Right? So our latency budgets for these models are super tight, and that is kind of a very key aspect of the experience.